Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to my channel. Recently, I came across a very good open source platform that actually combines most of these signal intelligence tools in a single piece of software. And the software is known as Intercept. So in this video, I'm going to show you what are some of the basic steps you need to do if you want to compile this yourself. The software itself is not that old. Actually, they start working on this about 6 months ago. So it's a cool tool, and I'm going to walk you through how you can actually compile it. All the instructions are there. So I might be pausing the video in the middle, and I'll just show you the end result at the end. But the idea is quite simple. So just simply go to the installation guide, copy it, and I'm using a Linux distribution which is known as Dragon OS Focal. So I'm gonna simply compile this in this. Just paste your clipboard. Once you hit enter, it's gonna start cloning this repository. I'm gonna walk you through with some of the critical steps that you might not get confused because I've already compiled it once. I just want to walk you through this particular software. This is very good. You can use it with your HackRF. You can use it with the RTL-SDR, and the interface looks amazing, and it's something that you would probably enjoy with your software-defined radio devices. So we're gonna wait for it. I'm gonna walk you through with some of the critical steps, and then I'm gonna pause the video, and then I'll continue the video from there. So let's just wait for this object to actually capture it. I don't know why it's taking too long. It's not that big of a repository. So some of the things that you can do in this software, you can do pager decoding, 433 megahertz sensors, you have sub-gigahertz analyzer, you have aircraft tracking, vessel tracking, ACARs, listening ports, then you have weather satellites, you have WebSDR, ADSB history, Wi-Fi scanning, Bluetooth scanning, BTL locate, Wi-Fi locate, GPS, and they're like bunch of, and then also they have a feature called drone intelligence. So basically my job is to just introduce you to the tool, and then you might want to work with it yourself, how you can use it for a particular application. The software itself, as if you can see the history on GitHub, it's not that old actually. I think the last thing that uh, the oldest that I can see is actually 6 months ago. So it's a very cool software. We're going to look at it. Just wait for it, and I'm going to walk you through some of the critical steps, and I think that we're good to go. It will take care of the dependencies and everything for you, so you don't need to worry about dependencies and things like that. So 85% is almost done, and the installation step, I'm trying it on Dragon OS Focal. So these are some of the steps that you need to follow. I think this is the critical step that I want to show you. .setup.sh. That's the setup that I want to actually show you. That what are some of the options that you need to choose. Once you get those option list, it will automatically start. Just press yes, 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 and I think you will see that interactive page running, and then I'll show you that how you can actually run this software, and then you probably have to open up your local host at a particular port, and then after that you'll be good to go. So we're gonna wait for it for a few more seconds. I don't know what's going on with the connection. The interface looks really amazing. It looks very, you can say, very technical. It has a very good vibe to it. So I'm sorry, you gotta bear with me. So you can do utility meters as well. So for example, if the gas or electric or water meter readings and things like that. So we're almost done. All right, perfect. So now we're good to go. Now the thing that you need to do, go into CD, intercept, hit enter, and then forward slash, period forward slash, setup, just like what they're saying, setup.sh, and just continue with setup, press yes, and we'll just leave this. It's going to start cloning different things for you. So just leave it. I'm going to pause the video now, and then we're going to continue afterwards once everything gets compiled. And these are the steps, and then I'm going to show you how you can actually uh, run the software itself, and how does the interface looks like. So as you can see this right now, that start already compiling all of this, downloading the necessary file that needs to do to compile it. So we're going to pause the video again. Just wanted to show you this step that is doing its job, and then after that we're going to see what we can do. So you're good to go. I received some error messages, but that's perfectly fine. I really don't care about these error messages. Now the next step you need to do is just simply go in, and if you go to the instructions, you need to check and see if everything has compiled perfectly. There's a command for it, and we're gonna quickly look at it. So this is the way to actually check. Yeah. So verify your installation is complete and working. So just simply copy this, and simply go here and then paste the clipboard and hit enter. And everything looks good. Health checks completed with warning. We don't care about the warning. Everything works perfectly fine. Now we're ready to run this particular software. Now in order for me to run this software, simply go in here. There's a command which is called sudo /start sh. And before we do this, open up a server. There is a link to it. Open up your local server first of all. Open it in a new tab and go in and paste your clipboard here and start this. And just simply load this again. And if everything works perfectly fine, you will see an interface that looks something like this. Now you're good to go. What is the default password for it? Admin. You can change this if you want, but it says right here. So the default credentials are admin. So this is what you need to type here. Admin, and hit enter. Not now. And yeah, I understand and accept everything. Let's just simply close this, and then you'll see an interface like this. Now you have pager, 433, sub-gigahertz, waterfall, Morse code, OK, decoder. Then you have tracking software. So it's a single suite that compiles. So it's a signal intelligence and counter surveillance platform. So you can actually see this. You can also look at Wi-Fi. You can also look at Bluetooth. So I don't know, just for the heck of it, just click on Wi-Fi. You can also do Matchtastic as well. So that's the cool thing. So you can also do Matchtastic. So start scanning Wi-Fi, or if you want to do a quick scan, you can do that. Let's look at some signal sources. What do I have available? Okay, we have signal sources, local. You have Wi-Fi adapter. It's going to use your Wi-Fi adapter in order for it to monitor it. Just for the heck of it, let's just do quick scan, and it's going to start scanning it. Here we go. You can already see what are some of the Wi-Fi and routers that are operating. So you can also look at your 5 gigahertz router as well, and so on and so forth. Now you can go to signals. So I'm going to stop scanning. So this is just one way. So I just stop scanning, go to waterfall graph, I don't know, and you can type in frequency. So let's say before you type in your frequency, go here, go to devices, and I hope you need to connect your SDR. So I'm going to connect my HackRF. All right, let's wait for it to detect this HackRF. All right, let's do it again. Let's go back to again. Let's see if it detects my hardware drive. It generally do. All right, let's just do it one more time. Let's go to sub gigahertz. Let's go to a different platform. And all right, let's look at HackRF. It's already connected, so we can see this. And let's just look at frequency analyzer. So it's going to start sweeping the frequency analyzer. As you guys can already see it, it starts sweeping from what frequency to what, from 350 megahertz all the way up to 700 megahertz. You can hit stop. So you can go to signal, and then you can also do waterfall as well. So once you have connected your, now I have connected my RTL-SDR. As you can see this from 2400 megahertz all the way up to 1766. So you're seeing this waterfall graph for FM broadcast. You can also change the frequency as well. So for example, I can go in and I can change this frequency. Just tune in to this particular frequency. Then you have frequency here as well. You can change the center frequency to whatever you want. So for example, I want to do, let's say 105 and hit enter. So my center frequency is somewhere around this vicinity. You can see this clearly here. So I really like this particular. So you can also look at wideband FM. Turn on the volume. And let's say you want to look at the waterfall graph for 955 megahertz, because we can do that. Let's go 945, hit enter. And this is where we are at 945 megahertz. This is somewhere around your cellular frequency. You can tune into 1545 and so on and so forth. So these are some of the things that you can do with this. So let's just stop this waterfall graph right now. You can also do, let's say, what else we can do? We can do Intel. You can do spy stations. You can choose filter. You can do it like filter by country and so on and so forth. So sky's the limit when it comes to this particular software. You can do tracking as well. You can do aircraft tracking. Download the database. We're just going to leave on. We're just going to leave this as this is going to already start. So you can hit play, and it's going to start listening to this and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to show you that this is a very cool software which is known as INTERCEPT, which you can use this to actually monitor your data and things like that. And so it's a very cool software known as INTERCEPT. If you guys are interested in working on it, you can do that. And if you guys have any questions, you can always leave a comment.